It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the New York Giants and the Philadelphia Eagles. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Let's go now.
They start on the ground here at Sanders to the 22-yard line. Well, these two teams, they met up way back in the season opener. And it was the Eagles who got the win on the road, so now they look to finish off the sweep here in Philly. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Hurts. He's going to drop this down to Sanders. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. The Eagles at 7-2 here on the year. And they come in off a loss last time out, but they're still in the midst of a good stretch here, CD. Winners of 7 of their last 9.
And quite frankly, there wasn't a whole lot to draw on in the loss last week because they were dominating every phase of the game. You've got to hope that they show a little more life in this one because they certainly didn't have it in their last outing.
Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper. Six yards left on second down. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And this is caught by Watkins. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 42. A good pickup there at 22. Their first possession of the game, and they're already going after double coverage.
That's a nice completion that can set the tone for things to come if they're able to keep finding ways to beat what the defense is throwing at them. They look like they're confident that they can get it done.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
They go play action with Hurts. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. In motion goes the tight end. Throwing is Hurts. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Kayvon Thibodeaux, he beat the O-line and recorded the sack. I thought there at the end he may have had a chance to release that, but that pocket closed a little too quickly, and down he went.
Yeah, he was certainly trying to do everything he could to extend the life of the play, probably counting in his head 1, 2, and then he ran out of time.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. And the Giants are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. It's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
He takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Give him 32 on the play.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley, and he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He completes it to Beckham. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over.
And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley. His 12th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Giants use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Gano the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
After the sack on first down, Hurts. And this is caught. It's Brown. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain of 32 that time.
That is the exact right play call against that defense. So a hat tip to the offensive play caller because he won that part of the chess match. But give credit to his players as well. They won the execution part of it.
Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Panther 11.
Hurts sets up to throw it. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Hurts. He's going to look deep for Watkins. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Aaron Robinson.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the 2nd time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Looking to throw on second down. Ray. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And it brings up 35 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Back to throw. Ray. Got a man, Slayton. He's got the first down and more. He's at the 30. 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And the top speed he attained there, according to Next Gen Stats, 21.3 miles per hour. From a yard or two deep, here comes the return. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Trap 50, trap 50. 19 tight, 19 tight.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Hurts. Left side here to Sanders. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
79 Broncos. Back 60. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
Here's Hurts to throw. And once again, this is Sanders. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Hurts gets this to Sanders, and the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They'll drop to throw. That's swung out wide to Sanders. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
But first down, Hurts. Got a man, it's Brown. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A well-executed 22-yard gain. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, like he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
From the gun, it's Hurts. And it'll be intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And the Giants are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. From the gun on 3rd down. Ray got his man in the crossing pattern. It's Slayton. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Looking to throw. Ray. And his throw is incomplete. But prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game. You know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And
that might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
This is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw. Going deep here for Watkins. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Working the sideline here. Did he get the feet in? Yes, they say that he did. Nice job tapping both of them down. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Play action. Here's Hurts. This will be caught once again by Brown. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. Hurts. They'll roll him out right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant.
Touchdown, Eagles! As the first half is winding down. And the Eagles are on the board here in the final seconds of the first half. Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with a 14-7 lead, they might just be happy to take this thing on into the tunnel. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson. The Eagles are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
A good push there from that offensive line as Sanders able to take that forward for a gain of about 6 on first down. So we come upon halftime here with the visiting Giants out on top. As we get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one. So now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have control in this ball game. And down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. It's Barkley on the counter. And he'll pick up about 3 there, up to the 43.
Well, the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Crossing the field, Beckham makes the catch. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field defensively. Make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Giving 4 on the carry, that'll make this a 3rd and about 2. They struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. Back to throw. Ray. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Barkley, inside handoff. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. This is the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Just a gain of a couple there. And that'll bring up 4th down. Gano's kick is good, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
23 yards on the play.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. He'll look to throw. He's going to drop this down to Sanders. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 47. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Come on.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And Sanders has got it complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Throwing again on 2nd down. Hurts. Open man, he's got him. That's Smith for the Philadelphia touchdown. Devontae Smith, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter. Elliott good with a PAT. And it leads down to a field goal at 17-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Now, meanwhile, a final play here is incomplete, and that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter of play. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Running left, it's Barkley. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is, he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 9. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. Holding on at this stage in the 2nd half. Those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. The 2 F's for a rookie quarterback.
And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
2nd down, back to Sanders. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Hurts sets up to throw it. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Kayvon Thibodeaux able to record his 5th sack of the season. So a big, big kick coming down for Jake Elliott. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. The kick by Elliott is good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. I I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the fourth quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
In it to win it.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this fourth quarter. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And he'll get this up to about the 40. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and we'll still get the first down. They love being physical.
He'll buy some time right, and he'll just get rid of it.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. They lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
His size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job of stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Ray. We'll get this out to Barkley, complete. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Giants strike quickly to take the lead here in the 4th. Extra point try good by Gano. And they will take a 7-point lead. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the 4th quarter. What a big spot for this. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 39 yards there, a big one.
The dynamic duo is doing damage in this one, and they've certainly been on point throughout, and they hook up again for another big play.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning. They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he's going to get this down near the 25. back to throw. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked by Julian Love. And the Giants have just about sewn up this football game. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They'll try and run some clock here with Barkley. 42 yards on the ground for him so far. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. As they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late fourth quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on third?
I don't. I run the football and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
That burst good for 20 and a first down. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball caught free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy trying to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them. Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through, and that will extend their lead even further. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, you know, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but, boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. Final kickoff concludes the ball game, partner, and one side a really nice win in this one. They were good on offense and on defense.
And I'm guessing in the other locker room, partner, the head coach is just telling this team, hey, we didn't play well enough to keep it close enough where that one possession down the stretch might have given us an opportunity to win the game.
So for the Giants, it's an important win in terms of staying in the postseason race as they move to 6-4. And they'll be back home next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, they come back to the pack a bit as their record falls to 7-3. And they'll have a quick turnaround as they're back in action Thursday afternoon at around 3:30 Eastern for the traditional Thanksgiving Day game in Dallas.
you.